I do have like one little thing of advice that's been helpful for me is I would say check into Dan Harmon's Story Embryo. There's a lot of other ways to structure a story and everything, but that one's helped me. And it's basically it's like the story circle, and there's 8 parts to it. And I literally the first thing I do after I like kind of have come up with the idea and the seed of the story, like just a few paragraphs on just like what is stream of consciousness, my idea. After I've done that, I just automatically try to apply it to a story embryo, which will go through the whole cycle of a full story. So then I get a bigger picture of what the whole story is going to be. And then after I do that, I write down how many pages is whatever, if it's going to be a book, like a full book or a graphic novel, I write out how many pages. And then I put 5 panels for each page, and I just kind of fill in the blanks. It's, it might end up being more than five panels per page. It might be less, you can kind of adjust as you go. But that to me has been a way to approach it that makes it feel less overwhelming. And it's kind of maybe a newbie way to approach it. I'm sure my way of doing things will get more sophisticated, but I feel that that's a less overwhelming way to approach it, personally.
Man, can I add on to that really quick?
Absolutely.
I think what you just said is just awesome advice. And I think a lot of people... I was
just thinking the same.
Yeah. Like, especially for a first story, like you haven't finished one yet. You're writing your first one. Don't put the cart before the horse and assume that you know better than Stephen King or Kurt Vonnegut or whoever. Use a structure. Use something that someone else is telling you, hey, this makes good stories. It's made a lot of them, and something that, like, that's that Save the Cat book. I kind of bash it sometimes, but honestly, it's a formula that works. Like, just use it. And if you're writing and your story doesn't follow it, and that's your first story, change your story. Don't assume that you know better. Just change it. Cut the things out that don't fit. And when you're done, it's like a math problem. It's going to equal a story that makes sense to people. And you want that. You want that win under your belt so you can have that confidence to do it again and learn from it. Maybe you didn't like how Act 2 went into Act 3 and you have an idea to do it better. Well, then that's the time to try it. Not the first one, not the first story.